us about a unique resource that could really help is Casey Cooper. She's the president of the Compass Circle. Hi, Casey.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So we talk a lot about, how difficult it's been, but there are also opportunities if people are open to them, right? So tell us a little bit about Compass Circle and how it came about.
So initially, I had a trucking company. I started in 2006. And as my career kind of grew, I wanted more, and I started climbing the ladder of doing business with local, state, and federal agencies. Once I kind of, segued into that, there wasn't a lot of resources that were able to kind of help me pivot and just increase. So once I kind of got the hang of it, I started on my own, and I just started educating women-owned and small businesses on government contracts.
Okay, Casey, you know this already, but when I say owner of a trucking company, you may not be the first thing that people picture. So, so how do you persevere in a very male-dominated industry?
Initially, when I first started, I was about 25, and that was about 15 years ago, so I'm a little older now. But I just had to stick to my guns. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not personal for me, it's business. Dealing with men and money is just something that I never imagined I would have to do, being on the forefront. But as I kind of got more confident and things started to kind of turn and shift for me, I just became very steadfast in my beliefs, and I stuck to my guns and poked my chest out, and it's been working.
All right, that's an awesome story. We love to hear it, Casey, and I know that there are opportunities right now, for folks who are ready to pivot, maybe open to a new career in the trucking industry. So even in the pandemic, has this industry been pretty steady, and who are you looking for to consider entering the field?
Definitely. I mean, right now with the pandemic, it's a lot harder to get commodities because of all the delays, UPS and so on and so forth. So a lot of the rates are actually up right now. Doing business with your local city, state and governments, airports are good. Airports, even though we've all been affected by the pandemic, there's still, people are still flying. Different government agencies, the Navy, the military, Coast Guard, they're still very much in need of supplies, and trucking is the backbone of the economy. So there's ample opportunities. We're always looking for more carriers to sign on.
And what about the qualifications, in terms of getting licensed, to drive something much bigger than the average vehicle? If people feel like there are barriers to entry, what do you want them to know?
Well, I want them to know that it's very possible. A lot of times we kind of overlook the forest for the trees, but really anybody with a CDL Class A license, 23 years old with a good driving record, they have their own company, they're able to compete in this arena.
That's awesome. Casey, you said that you don't, obviously you're expert in the trucking industry, but you work with a lot of women-owned small businesses. What are some of the other opportunities out there that we might not know about?
Oh, God. I mean, right now, the internet is definitely a presence to be reckoned with. I do a lot of education in terms of my carriers and just classes overall online. So that has been a huge success for me. Again, mentioning those local, state, and federal opportunities, they're never going to go anywhere. So, I mean, that's definitely how I was able to scale my business. So I would highly recommend anybody to check that out.
We have just a little bit of time left, but I did want to give you the chance to talk about this turnkey program and lease-on options. Oh,
definitely. So for me personally, we're always looking for carriers, and anybody who's signing on carriers or other small businesses, sometimes there can be a very high turnover rate. So here at the Compass Circle, once we sign on a carrier, we also educate them. I mean, the average trucker probably is not doing, large government contracts. My last government contract was $5.5 million. So I have some experience that I could share. So when they lease on to us, we're really going to educate them and help them scale, not just become a carrier. And then also on the turnkey side, for people who don't have a trucking company, the average business owner can actually own a trucking company by outsourcing their entire company, and we will hire the fleet for you. So it's a win-win on either side.
You know what, Casey, it's one thing for you to have this success for yourself, but it is extremely admirable that you want to share it, teach other people, other women especially, how to do the same thing. The last question I have for you has nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far, but it's big game week here on our show, so I need to ask who you're pulling for on Sunday.
Oh, God. I'm so ashamed to tell you this, but I'm not into football. I don't even know who's playing, so let the best team win.
All right, that's a safe answer. That's fine. All right, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you.
All right, you can get in touch with Casey Cooper and learn more about Compass Circle.